What's up, guys? It's Attack on Samurott, and welcome to another Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. So this is a battle against Adam. So Adam was our first Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, so we get to battle him again with a more competitive team. OU as usual. I really want to try and branch out of OU and do do UU and RU and stuff like that. Like I actually did more towards the end of ORAS. I'm gonna try and do that early. So yeah, like I actually have this really cool UU team that I built on Showdown. That I'm thinking about putting into my I'm thinking about building, but anyways, forget about that. This is just the beginning of the video. So anyways, Adam has a really cool team. He's running sand offense. Oh yeah, by the way, the first time, okay, so Adam has really grown to become a more competitive player because when we first battled in the OBA, like he was decent, but now he's progressively getting better and better every time I battled him. And we've had some pretty close battles. This is actually one of them. But yeah, he's definitely a good battler though. Again, always getting better, which is definitely something good to have. I mean, good to do whenever you play the game. So anyways, Adam has a sand offense team. Has a team that's based around sand. So he's got Hippowdon, Mega Alakazam, Bisharp, Lycanroc, Manaphy, and Ferrothorn. So pretty cool looking team. Definitely the most threatening thing on his team was Mega Alakazam, and it was actually pretty difficult for me to get through it. Now let's go to my team. So this team I really like. I've really enjoyed building it, and I thought this was a really cool team, so I wanted to showcase it. So we have for our first, so my team, I have Tapu Gogo, the Tapu Koko, being a Life Orb, Timid, Max Speed, Max Special Attack, with the moves, I think Taunt. I know this was a Taunt Koko. It had Taunt, Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, and Volt Switch. And then we have Toxapex. Toxapex is going to be my physical wall on the team, with the moves Skull, Toxic Spikes, Infestation, and Recover to kind of force things in and to gradually get damage off on something, and also recover back since Toxapex does have Regenerator. It can also lay down the hazards with the Toxic Spikes and really wear down teams. Next, we have Greninja. Now, this Greninja is actually going to be a Ash-Greninja. I really wanted to try out Ash-Greninja. I did try it out earlier. I did try it out in the beginning, when the meta game started, for Sun and Moon. But the team didn't really shine that well. It was that Turtonator team that I had that I made. Which honestly I'm actually surprised at how many views I got on that. Like that's actually pretty crazy. 279. Like that's not bad. But anyways, my Greninja is gonna be Max Speed, Max Special Attack, Timid Nature, with the moves. Actually, I think it had Life Orb too. Life Orb, with the moves Scald. Actually, I did change it a little bit, because I did use this team recently, so I did change some stuff to it. But at the time that I had that set on Greninja, I believe it was Extrasensory, Water Shuriken, Dark Pulse, and Ice Beam. Next we have Buzzwole, running Buzzwole, being Choice Scarf, Max Attack, Max Speed, Adamant Nature, with the moves Leech Life, Superpower, Ice Punch, and Earthquake. The next we have Huge Bish. And Huge Bish has Healing Wish, Stealth Rock, Flamethrower, and I forgot the last move. I think it was Toxic. I think no, it was Thunderwave. Thunderwave was the last move I gave it. But this is actually the same set I had when I ran that Mega Subtile team. This is actually the same Blissey I used. But yeah, so this one's gonna be our special wall on the team, able to eat special hits for us for days. And then lastly, we have Gold Nips. Gold Nips making the return on the team, making a return. So Gold Nips is gonna be is actually max attack, max speed, adamant nature, which is not really the best nature for Mega Medicham, because usually Mega Medicham is jolly nature. But at the time of making this set, it had high jump kick, ice punch, thunder punch, and Zen headbutt. So I was running dual ice punch, thunder punch combo thing. But yeah, but anyways, this game was pretty interesting. You guys are gonna see. So yeah, let's get into it. I know I talked way too long for that. So I apologize for that. But anyways, our opponent Adam, still rocking the same thing he had when we first battled him. He's gonna start off with Hippowdon, as I'm going to start off with Tapu Gogo. Yeah, Tapu Gogo, my Tapu Koko. So he's also gonna, you know, bring up the sand and stuff, which is really gonna be annoying to me in this battle. So I'm gonna switch out Tapu Gogo because I don't have U-turn. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go into a Buzz Wall. So I take the Earthquake with Buzz Wall, since Buzz Wall is very defensive. Its defense is like 139, so it's pretty much it's on par with this attack. So it can eat hits very, very well on the physical side. On the special side, though, it really can't take a hit that well. So he's gonna switch out, and he's gonna bring in the Ferrothorn right now on the Leech Life. So I go for it, and Leech Life is gonna do a decent amount to the Ferrothorn, actually doing about 30% to it. So it's not bad, but that definitely told me that his Ferrothorn was most likely a physically defensive one. But I'm going to take a lot of recoil damage from the Iron Barbs plus the Rocky Helmet combo. So I'm going to switch out Buzzwole, and I'm going to bring in Gold Nips. So right here, Adam is going to make a really good play, and he's actually going to go for the Thunder Wave. But unfortunately, he does miss. So that's actually going to be pretty detrimental to him. So I'm gonna Mega Evolve right off the bat. I'm gonna get that Mega off like right away. So right here, I feel like I made a questionable play. I actually went for the Ice Punch. Now I think I went Ice Punch because I was predicting him to maybe go back into a Powdon. But clearly, High Jump Kick would have been the better play, because I would have knocked him out, and plus that stab, and that would have done a lot more to Hippowdon. But unfortunately, I do get paralyzed. But you're gonna see later that I'm actually gonna get rid of it through Healing Wish from Huge Bish. So gonna get off that High Jump Kick, and we're gonna finish off that Ferrothorn. Now, honestly, I don't agree with the way how Adam sacked his Ferrothorn. He probably could have saved it, and he could have got hazards up, but since it's gonna go away, plus Tapu Gogo's Electric Terrain. So Manaphy comes in, and right here he's gonna go for the offensive play, and he's actually gonna go for a Surf. So I was gonna predict that, you know, go into Huge Bish and take the hit. So he does show off the Surf. I think maybe he was predicting me to go into Tapu Gogo, maybe going for a Tail Glow or something, or maybe trying to bait me to think that he would go Tail Glow or something like that. But Huge Bish is in here, so I decided to take advantage of that and go for some Stealth Rocks, and I want to whittle down his team a little bit. So Big Bertha, his Hippowdon's going to come back in, again resetting the sand back up, and I do get my rocks up, which is going to chip him a little bit, since a majority of his team does resist rock, so Stealth Rock won't do that much damage, but still it's always good to have some kind of residual damage coming up. So anyways, I'm gonna switch out Huge Bish, and I'm going to go back in the Buzz Wall. I believe he predicted that. I think. Yeah, he switches out and he goes into Tyler, which is his Lycanroc. So at the time, I did not know that Sandrush is actually like faster, even though Buzzwole is scarfed. I thought Buzzwole would actually outspeed, but because he's Sandrush Lycanroc and he's holding Rockinium Z, Buzzwole is actually gonna drop, which is pretty bad for me. Due to the fact that one can't outspeed, that one I can't deal with Alakazam. Actually, I don't think I could have dealt with it even if I was Choice Scarf. But he's gonna drop a Continent on me, and Buzzwole is going to drop, which again was pretty bad for me. So I had to bring in Toxapex since that's my only physically defensive wall on the team. So he's gonna go right for the setup. Like, I realized that Adam really likes to set up, like really enjoys setting up. So he likes to play very offensively. So I go for the Scald, and luckily for me, I do get a burn, but that's gonna bring him to neutral after he set up the +2 with his the Sword Stance. But he's actually gonna set it up again. I guess maybe hoping that he could live a Scald or something, or maybe he wanted to sack Lycanroc. I don't know, either of the two. But he's gonna set it up again. And I still go for Scald, so that's gonna drop this Lycanroc. So goodbye Lycanroc. Lycanroc is gone. Well, it will be gone after the burn. Sand goes away, and now this Mon drops. So now that Lycanroc is gone, he still has, he's still pretty threatening with the Alakazam plus Bisharp plus Manaphy in the back. So yeah, Alakazam's gonna come in here, and I have to switch out, and I have to go in a huge Bish, and I have to take this hit. So he is actually gonna trace my natural cure, and me being, not smart, I actually went for the Thunder Wave, because I really wanted to paralyze this thing, because Alakazam is a huge problem, and I actually wanted it to be paralyzed so that way I could kind of revenge kill it with Medicham, or something else. Yeah, so he's gonna go for the Focus Blast, and Focus Blast is gonna do a little bit to me, a little bit. I do go for the Thunder Wave, and like I said, it's really not gonna matter because he traced my natural cure. So when he switches out, he's not gonna be paralyzed, which that was actually a pretty good play for him to bring in Alakazam on my Blissey and trace that. So he's gonna switch out, and he's gonna bring Knight his Bisharp in. So Bisharp is also a pretty big problem too, since I don't have Buzzwole really, and plus I'm paralyzed. So I have to bring in Toxapex. Toxapex is again my physical wall, so I have to bring this Mon in on this Bisharp. So he's gonna set up again, and this time I actually go for some layers, and I'm gonna set up some Toxic Spikes. And I want to try and whittle down his team slowly. But again, I didn't realize that because I set up Toxic Spikes, that means that that Alakazam won't get paralyzed, which is actually pretty bad for me. So I go Scald. Scald does some decent damage. He goes for the Sucker Punch on my expected Scald, and that is going to take out Toxapex, which again is pretty well. Honestly, at this point, he has other special attackers, so I guess really sacking Toxapex was the best I could have done. So I'm going to bring in Coco, and I'm going to revenge kill the Bisharp with the Dazzling Gleam. He goes Sucker Punch to get as much damage on me as possible, which does a lot, being at +2, and also Tapu Gogo is very frail. So yeah, definitely still did a lot. Plus Life Orb damage is going to whittle me down a little bit. So in comes Jafar, his Mega Alakazam, and I know for a fact that Tapu Gogo will not outspeed Mega Alakazam, because Mega Alakazam is incredibly fast, being at base 150. So I have to sack this Mon so that way I can bring in. So I think my mindset at the time was that I wanted to I really wanted to bring Medicham back because Medicham could actually manage to sweep the rest of his team. if I play it right, and also play what's it called right, Greninja. But yeah. So Big Bertha comes back in, gonna set the sand back up, and I do go for the healing wish right here, and I'm going to heal Gold Nips right back up. So yeah, so Gold Nips is gonna be healed up, which is something I definitely needed, so I can have a little bit more of an advantage, you know, gain some more momentum. So I'm trying to really gain momentum right here with Gold Nips. So Gold Nips is going to be healed right back up to full. I'm not going to take any Stealth Rock damage because he didn't set up any. And yeah, so I'm back up to full, not paralyzed. I go for the Ice Punch, which was honestly, again, I don't agree with the play I did at this time. I should have just went for High Jump Kick. Well, I mean, actually, yeah, I should have just went for High Jump Kick regardless, because, yeah, honestly, that's what I should have done. I should have just went for it. But I went Ice Punch instead. I guess maybe it was because I didn't want to miss my High Jump Kick the first time or something like that. I don't remember. This battle was a while ago, and I was just starting with this new team too. So right here, I also made a questionable play in switching Medicham out and bringing Greninja in on the slack off. What I should have done was I should have capitalized on that, and I should have just kept pressuring that Powdon. But because I didn't do that, Greninja's actually going to take some earthquake damage, which is going to bring it really low, plus life orb damage as well, and sand damage too. Me and buffeting from sand. So terrain's going to go away. I go for the Dark Pulse, and Dark Pulse is going to do a good amount of damage. So I think I was hoping for a flinch, and unfortunately I did not get that flinch. So flinch not going to happen, and Greninja is going to take a lot of damage from this Earthquake. So yeah, it's going to bring him right down to the red, plus sand damage. So really, and also life orb damage. So Greninja is pretty much gone. Again, I did not play Greninja well at all this game. Just really kind of just sacked it. Really, like, I do finish off the Hippowdon, and I do get to battle, and I do get to become Ash-Greninja, but unfortunately it is gonna drop right to the life orb. So you guys get to see it. You guys get to see my Ash-Greninja, but see, look, it's there. Now it's gone. So yeah, that also means that this game is pretty much over, because Alakazam just outspeeds and finishes me off. So I bring in the Nips, bring in the Gold Nips. He brings in Manaphy. I guess just to make the game even closer, or just to sack it. Probably just to sack it, so I can bring Alakazam in for free. So I go High Jump Kick, and I do outspeed the Manaphy. So pretty grateful for that, because Manaphy is the same base speed as Mega Alakazam. Not Mega Alakazam. That would be crazy. As Mega Medicham. So I guess I did win that speed tie. He could have been modest or something, who knows. But Alakazam is going to come in and is going to finish me off with a Psychic, and that is going to be the game. So again, this was really like my first battle using this team, so I didn't really know how to play with it that well. Like I had an idea of how to play with the team, but I just didn't know, like, what mon should I be using to pressure this? What mon should I be using to pressure that? Like honestly, after using the team recently, I realized that, okay, I should have been playing Buzzwole more aggressively, because Buzzwole is a mon that just gains a lot of momentum once you take out something, because of that Beast Boost. With Beast Boost boosting its attack by one stage after taking out a mon, it just really makes Buzzwole that much of a threat. So what I should have done was that I should have just kept pressuring him with Buzzwole, and then also pressure him with the Medicham as well. Then maybe I could have had a chance with this game. But yeah, again, this was definitely a good start to using the team, but again, like, I just didn't play this team that well for my first game. But you will be seeing this team for a while. again, really want to show off this team because I really like what it can do and how it can just pressure stuff. So yeah, again, I've been talking for so long. I've been talking for so long, but I hope you guys did enjoy this Wi-Fi battle. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more of my Pokemon content as well as newer content coming to the channel. So yeah, thank you, and I hope you all have a good one.